Donny Burleson out of Texas, left side in the American 455.
Sterling Clough. The Chesapeake Boats. Tiles Brothers GMC trucks out of Maryland. Burleson, that wing dragster, going to get the win. 009 and 2 above. Was 8th thou in front at the finish line. Burleson, that American prepared machine out of Texas. We'll move on. Sterling was 20 green and 2 above, and that combination of numbers did not illuminate a win light over in the Napa Auto Parts side.
It's going to bring up Donny Burleson from Richmond, Texas. Burleson Construction and Holt Strickland. This young man is 16 years old. He's making his big car debut just on Sunday and his first spring fling. 16 years old, going 480s in a dragster. When I was 16 years old, I was going 16 seconds in a Buick station wagon. Holt drops at 7th thou red. Burleson picks up a good run anyway, 12 dead on a drop. 455, 142. So he was set up for the spot drop and did just that. Donny Burleson picking up the win.
Donny Burleson, Richmond, Texas. Just like the scheme on Burleson's yellow dragster, the American prepared dragster. 453 the dial-in for Donny.
Right side, James Rawlings, 466 in the R2 Contracting Diamond Dragster. Burleson, 14 take 8 to be 31 thou above the 453 dial. Rawlings goes 13 thou above the 466 dial, but unfortunately was behind on start. So Donny Burleson moving on.
Donny Burleson. And a runner-up from last night, Cameron Manuel. Burleson out of Richmond, Texas. The American pipe rack. 453 the dial-in for Donny. Cameron Manuel. Louisville, North Carolina for Hoosier APD. House of Paint Performance. 439. The number for Cameron. Burleson, 002 and 2 above. We'll get the win. Cameron Manuel, 29 green, a little behind right off the bat. 440 on the 439. It's Donny Burleson. Be back around in round number 5. It's Donny Burleson out of Richmond, Texas. Burleson Construction Incorporated dragster. American prepared machine. This will wrap up round number 5. Donny, the free look at 452 was 32 green and 4528 on the 452, and that'll wrap up. So Donny Burleson, 32 green and dead on 8 there on the solo, which will take us down into the ladder round.
Butner and Donny Burleson. Burleson, fresh off of the bye run in the last round. Got the 453 showing up bottom side of the right lane scoreboard, and Bo Butner, the most recent man to add his name to the list of $1 million event winners. He's dialed 447. advantage on the tree going to belong to Donny Burleson. Win light's going to go that way as well. Burleson, how about 003, dead 3, ends up 6 total. And Bo Butner had nowhere to go. 14 on the tree, not bad. But no shot at turning on the scoreboard as Donny Burleson. 3 at this end of the racetrack, dead 3 at that end of the racetrack, and Butner gets bounced by Burleson. And our first pair of round number 7 begin to make their way into the water box. It's beautiful. First pair gonna be Burleson and Boulia. Burleson already completed the burnout, backing up in the dragster here on the right side of the racetrack. The number that Donny Burleson has predicted this trip down the racetrack happens to be a 4.52 second elapsed time. Opposite side over in the left lane is the 70-bodied Maverick out of North Carolina, Jerry Boulia, dialed in at 5.79 seconds. Burleson's got the pre-stage bulbs lit here on the near side, right up next to the tower. Jerry Boulia rolls in and lights up the top half of his stage bulbs as well. In set, go. Red light start for Jerry Boulia by 6 thousandths of a second. Trips the trigger too soon and runs down to be dead on. 579 on a 579. Donny Burleson puts up a 15-pack, 13 on the tree, dead 2 down at the finish line, gets the win light. And the dragster will dispatch one more of the door cars. And Gulitti will come back to take on whoever wins this pair between Loose Caboose and Donny Burleson. Burleson dialed 452, Caboose dialed 458. It is a 20-thou split between the two of them, and Donny Burleson puts up a perfect reaction time and goes 454 on the 452 to get there first by 12 thousandths of a second and light up the Napa Auto Parts side of the scoreboard. John Labbous, 20 on the tree, 459 on a 458. Ends up 38 total. And bows out here in the semifinals is Donny Burleson. Perfect at this end of the racetrack. And 26 thou above. Down at the finish line. Donny Burleson out of Richmond, Texas. Going to roll up here on the right side of the racetrack, and Chris Gulitti going to roll up on the left. Interesting to note, not only are both drivers from Texas, both drivers happen to be sponsored by Rad Torque. Both drivers happen to have a Wilson race engine, and both drivers happen to have a Bruzy converters. So other than saying, you know, they are racing in identically prepared rental cars, you got a little Tomball, Texas versus Richmond, Texas. Both drivers sporting the American chassis. So American cars, Wilson race engines, a Bruzy converters, Rad Torque sponsors, but only one can light up the scoreboard. Gulitti's dialed in at 451. Burleson's dialed in at 452. 100 the split in the dial. 6 thou the split and reaction time. Down to the gate we go, and it's going to be Donny Burleson. 002 at this end of the racetrack, taking 2 thou at the stripe and goes 453 on the 452. Chris Gulitti had a 008 light and goes 451 on the 451. Gulitti was 14 total, Burleson was 12 total, and Burleson wins The Battle of the Lone Star State here at Galot. So Donny Burleson going to make his way back down here, will claim the trophy, will claim the jacket, will claim the $15,000 worth of FST money.
Down here in the winner's circle for FST Carburetor Wednesday out of the great state of Texas and a great final round with your really good friend Chris Gulitti. Donny Burleson going to be our winner tonight on $15,000 Wednesday. Woo woo! So I want to talk about the final round in a minute, but I want to go back to the semifinal round. You have that John Labbous guy that has literally had so much success at the Fling events, and you were just nasty against Labbous, going perfect in that on the starting line against Labbous.
Yeah, I rolled a few in the box. I've been hitting it pretty close all day, and I just stayed off the bump. I zeroed out my bump. I've been going red because of that. I mean, so that's got me on a bunch of rounds, late rounds lately. So zeroed that out, did my job, did what I needed to do, and took the win.
Then in that All-Texas Fair Enough final round, you just showed Chris Gulitti that the trip zip wasn't a mistake, and you go 002 on him in that final round.
Yeah, I was on it. I rode 2 in, and I was 002, so I was lucky, I guess, whatever, but it worked out.
You know, that final round, you know, you and Chris are really good friends. Rad, on board both cars, out of Texas, same engine maker, transmission, all that stuff. You know, not only reaching to a final is so important, but how great is it to be alongside just a really good friend of yours?
Oh, man, Chris Gulitti's been a good mentor for me, just like Bart Nelson, all these guys that hang around me. It's been just an amazing adventure going through, and they've taught me a lot. So I'm really lucky to have the friends that I do, and it's an humbling sport. Tonight I finally come out on top. So.
And a lot of people help you to get here. A lot of people here behind you.
Yep, all my friends, Kanan, thank you for bringing me down here. Hunter, all you guys, everybody, thank y'all. Jay, appreciate it.
All right, a big round of applause for our winner tonight here on FST Carburetor Wednesday, Donny Burleson out of great state of Texas. Donny, good job, buddy.